Everyone, you're welcome to solve this nice algebra problem, which is x plus 5 to power 3. This is equal to x plus 4 over 150. What is the value of x? And given that x is the number of real numbers. Now, we have that x plus 5 to power 3. This is equal to x plus 4 over 150. So the first step here is to multiply both sides by 150. Here by 150 so that you simplify here. So we have 150 times into the parentheses x plus 5 to power 3. This is equal to x plus 4. Now let's divide both sides here by x plus 5 to power 3. Here we have x plus 5 to power 3. Now let's simplify here x plus 5 to power 3 so that we have 150. This is equal to x plus 4 divided by x plus 5 to power 3. The next step is that we have 150. This is equal to x plus 4. We can express 4 as x plus 4. That is x plus 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1 is the same thing as 4. So all this divided by x plus 5 to power 3. Now, we can split this fraction equation as 150. This is equal to, this is the same thing as x plus 5 over x plus 5 to power 3. Subtract 1 over x plus 5 to power 3. Now, x plus 5 divided by x plus 5 to power 3. This is the same thing as 150. This is equal to 1 over, this becomes x plus 5 to power 2. Then subtract 1 over x plus 5 to power 3. Now, here we have 150. This is equal to, we can express 1. This is the same thing as 1 squared. If you see 1 squared is the same thing as 1 divided by x plus 5 raised to power 2. Then subtract 1 over x plus 5 raised to power 3. 1 squared over x plus 5 to power 2 and 1 over x plus 5 to power 3. This is actually in the form of a to power n over b to power n, which we can express as a over b raised to power n. So we can express this as 1. If you say 1 to power 3 is the same thing as 1. So let's apply this exponent property so that now applying this exponent property, then here we have 150. This is equal to 1 over x plus 5 raised to power 2. Then subtract 1 over x plus 5, all this raised to power 3. Now, this is interesting in a way that we can say let 1 over x plus 5 be equal to k. Substituting the value of k here, we will have 150. This is equal to k squared minus k to power 3. So we can rearrange this equation as, now let's take 150 on the right hand side. So we'll have minus k to power 3 plus k squared minus 150. This is equal to 0. So let's divide both sides by -1. So that -1 divided by, this is minus k to power 3 divided by -1. This is equal to k to power 3. Then subtract k squared. Then plus 150. This is equal to 0. The next step is that we have k to power 3, subtract k to power 2, then plus, we can express 150 as 125 plus 25. This is equal to 0. Now here we have k to power 3, subtract k to power 2, then plus 125 can be expressed as 5 to power 3. We can also express 25 as 5 to power 2. This is equal to 0. So we have k to power 3 and 5 to power 3. So this means that we have k to power 3 plus 5 to power 3, then subtract k squared, then plus 5 to power 2. This is equal to 0. So this implies that here we have k to power 3 plus 5 to power 3. Then now we can subtract here into the parentheses. This is the same thing as k squared minus 5 squared. This is equal to 0. Now, the next step from here, you find that the first part here, this is the sum of two cubes expressed as a to power 3 plus b to power 3, which we can express as a plus b, a squared, subtract ab plus b squared. So this implies that k to power 3 plus 5 to power 3, this is equal to k plus 5. Then here we have k squared minus 5k, then plus 5 squared, which is 25. Let's call this equation 1. Then we have the second part here. This is actually the difference of two squares expressed as a to power 2 minus b to power 2, which we can express as a plus b, then here a minus b. So this implies that k squared minus 5 squared, this is the same thing as k plus 5, and then k minus 5. Let's call this equation 2. Now let's combine equation 1 and 2. So we have k plus 5, then we have k squared minus 5k plus 25. Then subtract here, we have k plus 5, and then here we have k minus 5. This is equal to 0. Now, here we have two parts here. We have two parts here. The first part is k plus 5. This is equal to 0. The second part is here, which is k squared minus 5k plus 25 minus, no, you find that here k plus 5 is in this common here. So we factored out k. This is k plus 5. So that this is k squared minus 5k plus 25. Subtract k minus 5. So that the first part is k plus 5, which is equal to 0. This implies that k1 is equal to minus 5. This is a real solution that we have. The second part A is k squared minus 5k plus 25. Then subtract k, then plus 5. This is equal to 0. So this implies here we have k squared minus 5k minus k. This is minus 6k. And then we have 25 plus 5. This is plus 30. This is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation of the form ak squared plus bk plus c. This is equal to 0. So from this quadratic equation, a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 6, and c is equal to 30. So let's assess the nature of this quadratic equation by determining the discriminant value, which is actually b squared minus 4 times a times c. So here we have b squared, this is minus 6 squared, subtract 4 times a, which is 1, then times c, which is 30. So negative 6 squared, this is 36, subtract 4 times 30, which is 120. So 36 minus 120, this is negative 84, which is less than 0. And this implies that this part here, there is no real solution. So the quadratic part will not give us a real solution. In other words, it will give us a two complex solutions. And this violates the condition that x is actually a member of real numbers. So the quadratic part here is rejected. So the quadratic part is rejected. So let's proceed here. We have that k1 is equal to minus 5. K1 is equal to minus 5. And if you recall here, we have seen that let 1 over x plus 5 be equal to k. So we have 1 over x plus 5. This is equal to k, which is minus 5. So to solve for x here, let's multiply here both sides by x plus 5 and here x plus 5. So let's simplify here. So here we have 1 is equal to negative 5 times x. This is minus 5x. Then minus 5 times plus 5. This is minus 25. So here, this implies that we can take negative 5x on the left-hand side. So this becomes 5x. This is equal to negative 25. Subtract 1. So this implies that 5x is equal to minus 26. So to determine the value of x, we divide both sides by 5. And this implies that the value of x is equal to minus 26 over 5. So this is the value of x. This is the value of x, and this is the solution to this algebra problem. So kindly follow the steps, like this video, and subscribe. See you in the next video.